The $3 billion extended credit facility is expected to help restore macroeconomic stability, address structural weaknesses and enhance resilience to shocks the economy has suffered, while protecting the vulnerable, preserving financial stability and laying the foundation for a strong and inclusive recovery. Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has been given details of their negotiations with the fund, highlighting the deliverables that has culminated in this agreement.
So the key deliverables over the period include the preparation of the PC-PEC program, medium-term macroeconomic framework, debt sustainability analysis and debt management strategy, structural reforms to address structural bottlenecks, improve competitiveness and promote efficiency and effectiveness, a memorandum of economic and financial policies, and an agreement on prior actions which are expected to be completed before the fund goes to the board.
But to seal the deal, the staff of the IMF say they will need the assurances of our creditors on our debt restructuring program before they can present this staff-level agreement to the IMF Executive Board. Stefan Rudet is leader of the team.
What is necessary for us to be able to present that program request to the board is assurances from Ghana's partners and Ghana's creditors that one, the program is fully financed. In other words, the financial support that will be provided to the authorities during the program period is sufficient to finance the program.
In response, Ghana's Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta announced that government will now earnestly start negotiating with our external creditors to restructure our debt.
Key fiscal measures, structural reforms, and the medium-term macro-fiscal framework in the 2023 budget are aligned with the IMF-supported program. It is therefore crucial that we receive support from all stakeholders, especially Parliament, to ensure that the 2023 budget, including all revenue measures, are passed and not return to last year's experience that we had. And the creditors also to ensure a successful debt operation. So even as we engage the domestic in the exchange, we'll be looking for our discussions with the bilateral partners and also with our bond investors.
But given the level of agitation and rejection of the domestic debt exchange program, what are our chances of success? And is the IMF taking note of the reactions by stakeholders? When asked the question, here's what the IMF team lead, Stefan Rudet, said.
What is very important for the IMF is that the government strategy as a whole be sufficient to put debt on a sustainable path and to bring debt sustainability over the medium term. This is really the overarching goal of one of the overarching goals of the program. Now, when it comes to the specifics of the government's debt restructuring strategy, when it comes to, for example, the perimeter of the debt restructuring, which debt would be included or not included, when it comes to the parameters of the debt restructuring, in other words, what type of relief would be sought from one type of creditors or another, and when it comes to engagement between the government and the creditors, all of that are very much sovereign decisions, and they are very much for the government to decide on in collaboration with their financial and legal advisors.
It remains a sovereign decision. That is the IMF position on the agitation by stakeholders. So that begs the question, will TUC and other stakeholders get their demand from government?
With regards to the trade union, the TUC, I think it's not a very surprising position because it is, all of these things are shocks that we need to analyze and then make determinations as to how best to move forward as a nation. But we've been able to do literally the